Jake E. Lee isn't just the former Ozzy Osbourne guitarist. He is the guy that kept the train rolling after Randy Rhoads' tragic passing. Guitar World just ran a new interview with Jake, and it's another reminder of how much history and respect this man still carries in the rock world. We've covered Jake a few times recently, including his emotional reaction to Ozzy's death and the final text message ever sent to him just 2 weeks before Ozzy passed away. Still processing it, the finality of it hits me in waves. This was a text I got from Ozzy as I was sitting in an airport headed back home 2 weeks ago. "Hi Jake, I'm so sorry I couldn't spend more time with you on the weekend, but it was really chaotic. I would really like to see you when I eventually get back to LA, just to shoot the shit. It's been so long since we saw each other. Where have you been living these days? Because the last thing I heard you were living in Las Vegas. How did the gig go for you on Saturday? I really hope you had fun anyway. I will text you when I eventually get back to LA. And we must hook up. Much love and respect, Ozzy." Jake kept that message close, and in the weeks before Ozzy passed, it was a sign that the relationship had thawed. Last year, Jake made headlines after being shot multiple times in a random attack while walking his dog in Las Vegas. He suffered a broken rib, lung damage, and other injuries, but he survived. According to Lee, the encounter began when he and his dog Coco crossed paths with two masked individuals inspecting a neighbor's motorcycle. "There was a verbal confrontation and we agreed to walk in opposite directions," Lee explained. "That didn't work out. The gunman opened fire, leaving Lee with multiple gunshot wounds, one through his forearm, another through his foot, and a third that broke a rib and damaged his lung." Ozzy, hearing about the shooting, posted his concern for Jake, and later invited him to take part in the Back to the Beginning concert in Birmingham. Jake's appearance at the show was emotional, performing "Shot in the Dark," one of the defining songs from his Ozzy years, and with a little bit of irony for Jake personally. Of course, Jake's time with Ozzy wasn't always smooth. He was famously fired in 1987 after only 2 studio albums, Bark at the Moon and The Ultimate Sin. Jake said that he and Ozzy never really clicked personally, and there was tension with bassist Phil Soussan. But musically, there's no question he delivered. Bark at the Moon and Ultimate Sin are packed with his fingerprints, even if he didn't always get the songwriting credit he deserved. In that new Guitar World interview, Jake admitted that in the early days of the internet, he made the mistake of going online and reading what people said about him, and some of that was brutal. He'd seen posts calling him the worst guitarist Ozzy ever had, and it hit him hard at the time. But those of us who were there, who were buying the records and going to the shows, were cranking Bark at the Moon and air guitaring his solos, and loving the fact that Ozzy's music was still dangerous and exciting. Jake was a part of what kept that era of Ozzy alive. "I first got obsessed with Ozzy when I was a little kid. Randy had just died and Brad Gillis was in the band. When Jake E. Lee came in with Bark at the Moon, Jake became my guitar hero." And the Bark at the Moon guitar track itself is one of the coolest, most intense guitar moments in metal. His playing was like a perfect storm of speed and precision and melody, rapid-fire alternate picking, and the way he used his whammy bar for vocal-like phrasings. shifting from tense climatic runs to dramatic bends. It all felt dangerous and fresh. To me, it stood apart from the shred of the time. At that time, it was crucial for Ozzy's new guitarist to be accepted by fans, because Randy Rhoads was already now a guitar icon. When a band is one of the hottest acts in the world and they lose a key member, the machine is already too strong, you have to keep moving. And that replacement can become relatively iconic just because of the time period they're in. Jake pulled that off. He still made us love Ozzy's music for the guitar playing as much as for Ozzy himself. And when he left, we missed him. Ozzy was never the same after Randy, but Jake became loved by fans. He wasn't a Randy replacement, he brought his own thing, which was much respected. And for those of us who lived through it, it still matters. Please hit like and subscribe. We thank you for watching Rock Buzz.